Well, hello, everybody. Oh, there I am. Hi, my name is Irene Franzese, and I want to welcome everyone to another episode of an interview with a baby boomer. And today I have the privilege and honor of having a Miss Carol, and she is from upstate New York, and she lives there with her spouse, Ellie. And she has given me this chance to interview her. And say hello to everybody, Carol.
Hi, everybody. Hi, Irene. It's great to be here. Thank you for inviting me.
Good. I don't see your face on screen.
Yeah, I'm trying to get it on here, and let me see.
Another one of those little technical issues.
Another one, exactly. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that.
All right, not a problem. I can see your pretty face anyway, as long as we can hear you loud and clear.
Oh, dear.
That's okay. Don't worry about it. Like I said, the first time I did one of these interviews, it took me 3 minutes. I couldn't get my voice to get going. So you know what? You just keep going forward. That's all you do.
That's it. This will be a half audio, half video, I guess.
There you go. I can hear you loud and clear. And once you start speaking, I see your face, so
Okay.
your picture. So that's fine. So let me just get started here. I see that you had to work past an age where you should have retired. Now,
Right.
can you tell us why you had to do this and how you felt about it?
Yeah, there's really no simple one answer to that, but I'll be as concise as I can.
Hmm.
First of all, I had made some poor decisions, financially speaking, because I had expected some extra income through the years, which never came to fruition. That was one thing. Secondly, I had another business. I was in real estate investing with a couple of partners, and our partnership dissolved, which then led to that business going down the tubes, unfortunately. So that source went out the window. And also, I purchased my house during the bubble, so there's little or no equity in it right now. So the nest egg was gone. And that pretty much put me in a position where, I still had some credit card debt and what have you, where I needed to continue to work to pay my bills.
That
And
you
how
know.
did I feel about it? I was not thrilled about it, I'll tell you. On the one hand, I just took it. It's part of life. What can you do? I have responsibilities and I have to take care of them. On the other hand, because of the nature of the job, I was not thrilled with having to continue there.
I can relate to that, especially when you talked about being underwater with your home, because my husband and I had the same problem, and it was about, I guess it was about 8 years ago, with that big bubble and all that. We were underwater with our house also, so we had to claim bankruptcy, you know.
Uh,
And you just move on. It was devastating at the time, but you know what? You just move on. You do what you have to do. Tighten your belt strap, so to speak. And I see you now. Hello there.
yeah. Ellie came in and just fixed that.
Oh, good for Ellie. All right. Well, that was great. All right. So listen. So after all that happened to you, and you had a downshift, and then you took a corporate job, and I know that you loved it. But then things started to go sour on you. So can you explain the downfalls of working for a corporate position?
Sure. Actually, I had been in the corporate position for a while. And when I started, I loved it, as you mentioned. What happened was the company was sold a couple of times, and each time that it was sold, different administrations, high administrations, came into being, which changed the policies and the procedures. And when that happened, the whole culture began to change. And whereas once we were like family, then we became like a quote unquote corporation, an institution. Benefits began to be reduced. Let me think some of the other things. Some of the, lunch hour was reduced. The workload was increased, and the staffing was decreased. And the part that broke the camel's back for me, I had loads of time on the books, but it was getting to be very difficult to get time off because of short staffing. So I wasn't able to plan for vacations and trips and what have you. And I said, no, you're not going to mess with that little piece of freedom that I have left. Thank you. So I'm out of here.
Oh, I can understand that. That's what happens with a lot of corporations. Again, I have to go back to my husband. My husband worked for a company for 30 years, and he thought he'd have a pension, and after 30 years, they claimed bankruptcy. He worked for Pan Am. And so he lost a big chunk of his pension because once they claim bankruptcy, the government comes in and they divvy out what they feel you should get. So they decided to give him 39% of his original amount.
Oh, dear Lord.
So, yeah. So, I mean, it's tough. I mean, and I'm just one of thousands and thousands of stories out there like yourself, working for the corporate companies, just not like they used to be.
Right.
Years and years ago, you used to work for a company and you knew after 30, 40 years, you'd have gold watch, you'd have, you know what I'm saying? You had, benefits, you retired, high. Now forget it. It's just no longer.
Yeah, they just keep chipping away.
Yeah, it's terrible. They keep taking away instead of giving you, and they give you less money too. It's terrible. So what are you doing now? I have to ask you this. So what are you doing now to help with your retirement income, and why are you doing it?
Well, very briefly again, my spouse was in internet marketing, and I was never interested in it. It just never struck a bell with me. But when things began to get so desperate on the job, I began to take a look at what she was doing, and I went to an event with her. And oh my God, by the end of the event, by the end of the weekend, I was sold. I was really hooked. So I'm doing internet marketing now, and I've joined Ellie in her business. We work as partners. And I like it because of the culture, because the people are so uplifting and positive, and always trying to look at the bright side of things and trying to help one another. And it's cool. I love that. And it also gives all of us a platform to reach out and try to help other people come along and find what I call freedom. I can't tell you what it's like to have that oppression off my shoulders and just, be able to work for myself and do what I want, when I want, where I want. It's great.
That's a wonderful feeling. Yes, I know. And you talk about freedom, freedom to a lot of different people means a lot of different things.
Right.
Some people want freedom of time. Some want freedom of money, having their debts paid and being able to go anywhere or at any time that they want to without having to say, oh my God, can I afford it this month? Let me look at my checkbook, So that's why a lot of us boomers are going into the internet marketing business because, like you said, we can work from home. I mean, it's so easy. It's so much better than going and working in Walmart to be a greeter. I mean,
absolutely.
Right? I mean, it's wonderful. So, Carol, I want to thank you so much for your time and your enthusiasm, and I think you're fabulous. I love you. You're so cute. And I do want to thank you for your time and for giving us your perspective on what it means to be a boomer and to be of retirement age and what we boomers can do, and not just, in other words, to create another income for ourselves, and not just to sit home and wait for the mailman or, wait for bills to come in. I mean, it's so much more to life, even when you're 60, 70, 80 years old, really. You do not have to be at home and just vegetate.
That's right.
I know.
Well, thank you so much for having me here, Irene. And indeed, it's a pleasure to have you as a colleague in this business.
Well, thank you, Carol. It's a pleasure to have you as a colleague also. I thank you very much for your time. And listen, everybody out there, if they're who's within listening to my ears, to my voice. I mean, if you are looking to further your income and to create an income and to work from home, I urge you to join us as baby boomers, because we're boomers trying to help other boomers, to show them that there is life after retirement and that you can work from home, have a laptop lifestyle and to be able to go wherever and whenever you want and to be stress-free of worrying about bills coming in. So I urge you to take a look at what we're doing. Just click the link below and you can be colleagues with me and Carol and have fun. So until the next episode, have a good night and I will see you soon. Bye, Carol.
Bye-bye. Mwah.
Mwah.